Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Anaheim. Benson and Chance to guide you through the action for this next matchup on the main stage, and this could be a fantastic one. Optic Gaming taking on Heretics.
It's going to be a very interesting one as well, because it's not just this match we have to think about, right? When you look at the pool play standings, we know both of these teams are getting out. We know that's going to be a fact, and we know FaZe and E6 are both going to be getting out, but it comes down to the seeding. Who gets the first seed, who gets the second? So the winner of this plays the loser of the match going on Charlie. Yep. We obviously don't know which that's going to be yet, but that's what we're playing for. Those are the stakes.
I think it's, well, yeah, you're right. We actually don't, because E6 has played very, very well so far. So honestly, if you're a fan of any of those four teams, I would open up two streams. Open up the Charlie stream as well. But here's how this matchup has looked recently. The last time these two teams played each other, Heretics, Optic Gaming, it was a 3-0. The Green Wall took it. Close search and destroy, I'll admit, and a relatively close control. But for the most part, Optic Gaming was in control.
And there's a couple more cool things. One, they actually played twice back in World War II with at least partially the same roster, but Optic Gaming, obviously the juggernaut. Well, the two times they played last year, Optic beat him in both of those as well. But Heretics, at this point, have to be at least fairly familiar. And to take that even a step further, two teams left that have not made a roster change on the year. Two teams.
You're absolutely right. Really, a lot left. And Heretics, the one thing that you can say about them is they have improved every single event. And maybe this is the event they go one step further, but this is the matchup we're going to be following throughout this series. Metals, Dashi, two key components to their respective teams.
And honestly, like anytime you see Stats and Dashies on board, you expect them to be pretty high, but Metals not too far behind. And again, he's also hyper engaged in the search and destroy. And Metals, he was the addition to this Heretics team, and I'll say he has been lights out on the year, because Heretics have gotten better and better. You get a top 20 at the start of the year, then a top 8, then a top 6. The question is, for this tournament, can they keep improving?
Well, the game about to get underway. Map number 1, Frequency Hardpoint. And again, to reiterate, this for the number 1 seed from Pool A. The loser more than likely should be playing FaZe Clan, but E6, never count them out. There's potential for a very interesting bracket. You cannot go at 50% here, 100% needed from both two teams. Already Journey going on a flank, he's found himself one, but Optic Gaming keeping the first hill contested.
Well, just for a moment, the contest is here, and well, that a big kill from TJ Haley, because, well, Metals was 145 off streaks, but admittedly, Heretics, even without the score streaks, a pretty solid opening, but an essentially instant bounce back from Optic, the 5-man wipe, and Optic, well, they currently hold those spawns for next.
Yeah, great opening, but then you don't control the spawns, and now all of a sudden, you could be in a little bit of trouble. 5 seconds left, already Optic Gaming deep controlling the spawns for Peak 2. It's TJ that momentarily did a little bit of anchoring duty. Meanwhile, Crim watching elbow side. So far, so good for the Green Wall. Well, reduce the little bit of a deficit they find themselves in after that first hill, unless somehow Heretics can just fly straight through the front door.
Well, they're doing their best, but they got to deal with Dash, and you can see he's got the help in the back line. You got the man watching flank. Optic with all of their bases covered. Dashy finding another kill on the uptake. That makes 2 in a row for him. And well, Optic, the biggest lead they've had of the game so far, and Dashy letting it ride. Man's on a 4 spree, and Lucky busy falling off the map.
And look at the aggression instantly, right? There's still 30 seconds left of the hill, but he knows his teammates have the spawn. They have everything else covered. Now it's be a pain, right? Try and find another couple of kills, earn yourself a streak, maybe even 2. Yeah, definitely has the ability to, and honestly, maybe the rotation could come through as Scrum flies through window. He's not wasting any time. TJ still in support, and Dashy still hasn't fallen. Bear that in mind, he's found himself in a bit of a, not the best spot, to be honest with you, but he's in the new hill, and honestly, streaks now very, very likely.
And he's going to get him once this hill pops as well, unless Metals can come in and shut him down. Here's the gunfight. Metals shuts him down. Huge gunfight from there, but at the same time, Optic got all the time in old. They're still the first team over towards new. Method 6 trying to hold these back spawns, but Optic, they are fighting tooth and nail for this rotation. You see that kill feed. Optic Gaming lights up on that left side, and Heretics, they're getting no life.
This is such an important engagement for Method 6. Karma is pinned at the back. Lucky's there to assist. That should be good enough now for spawns for Heretics if they can get themselves inside the hill, which they can. And now they can try and reduce the deficit. Optic Gaming was able to develop after the second hill. Still 30 seconds left, the score 68-36. But as I say that, TJ gets a double, Dashy gets 1, and now Crim is putting pressure on the spawns.
It has been a story of every single hill from Heretics has been good. Much better though from the side of Optic Gaming. Consistently, whether they're holding or breaking, they've just been a little bit better, and that results in a fairly noticeable lead, about 50 points going into next. And Well, Heretics, they got a spread, right? Over towards New, they got 2 bodies pushed out pipes, they got a couple players mid in cages, and they get those first 2 kills. Problem is for Optic, well, at least we're working a bit of a pinch, but now Scump, well, he's by himself. He's got to wait for his teammates, and now TJ's got to do the exact same.
TJ also working on streaks of his own, 220 away. The hip fire not enough to seal the deal. So again, Heretics should be good to get at least a little bit of early time. Optic Gaming will be funneling in towards the final hill of the first rotation. Tac 5 already earned by Scump and used. A 12-8 game for him, 15 seconds of hill time. So a great performance from himself. All the health would be enough to assist a break for Optic Gaming. Well, Karma finding the final 2 kills. The answer for that is yes.
And again, like Heretics did a nice job on the rotation, but then Optic eventually just a little bit better to, well, maybe extend the lead. A couple gunfights going down in old, but Metals is going to fall. Another kill feed. That is perfect for Optic. And that just helps with the rotation. You get the scrap time, you extend the 50-point lead a little bit further, and you got 4 bodies towards New.
I was going to say, the saving grace, though, is the spawns actually set up a big pinch here for Heretics. Now, more than likely, you'll see Metals invest that grab slap, but Karma's also earned his, and he's close to streaks. He goes for it. Vulnerable, though, doesn't connect. No streaks earned for him. Metals, I believe, wasn't able to get his off either. So the rotation, Optic Gaming will have the start of the time, but still, no streaks, and Dashy's actually decided to pull out the Tempest as well. There goes Metals. He flies in. Not effective. 2 grab slams down and 0 kills to show.
Well, there's 2 stories there. One, perfect positioning, playing around the grab slam, and then everyone dies. And, well, the one-man lone, Dashy, is trying to hold the spawns for New. The rest of Optic actually able to force it in old. And frankly, for Optic, this is great time if they can get it. A couple bodies inside the hill, still trying to fight, and it looks like Optic eventually going to be able to come out on top. Yes, Dashy falls, but at the same time, final 20 seconds to get. It's still another hill where Heretics does an okay job, but Optic's still just a little bit better.
Right, that's the key. It's always been an okay job, right? You look at like the percentages of control of all of the hard points. It's been about 60-40 for the most part in favor of Optic Gaming as TJ slides out. There's 2 for him. Can he find the 3rd? Not going to be successful in doing so. Metals wins the fight against Dashy inside the hill. And now if they shut down Karma, they will control the spawns. So a big chance here for Heretics to pull up a big full 60.
And final, right? Heretics has been fighting tooth and nail, but they have been consistently getting bested. This is where they need that final 45. They need a big hold, but you see the entry. Scump is surging forward. TJ's going to hit at least a stick to get bodies inside. Journey trying to stay alive, but him and Method Sick in short order. Should be cut down, but actually Sucre and Lucky there for the reinforcements. So solid job by Heretics. They are able to hold and stave off that first push.
Now you have one more that you possibly need to worry about. Method 6 already thinking about that rotation. 20 seconds, big time now. And it's about the point where you want to start pushing through with your Heretics, and then any kill you get forces Optic Gaming to spawn out. Still though, Journey spawning at the back. Heretics essentially pinned in towards the hill. Finally, maybe a bit of life mid-map, but that was a fantastic hill from Heretics, and it's reduced the game down to about 30 points now. And they can break quickly here. There's a chance for them to tie this game up.
And you see the man with the grapple already got past enemy lines. They take down Dashy, so elbow, that right side of the map is open. At the very least, you can get test, but you get near fire, but the lightning comes out on top. Super effective in the hill, and Sucre, I think, even finds more inside. The War Machine trying to take him down, and eventually it does with the back of Karma there in the Maddox.
And he didn't heal before he peaked, so that's a relatively free kill there for Optic Gaming, as Metal still trying to push through over towards elbow. Karma 350 away from streaks. He's not going to be able to secure those. 157, 111. Heretics again break through, but can they secure the scrap time? It's a big 20 seconds.
And Krim is causing problems. That kill feed, there's just moments where Optic Gaming lights it up. Karma gets the final man. And it's another situation where almost every single hill, Heretics has been okay, Optic just a little bit better, and we're back to that about 60-point lead going into New. Heretics, again though, they have not quite the full setup, but quite a bit of pressure in the hill. Metals is pushed out one way. They need a good hold.
You just need that full 60. It has to happen at least once. It will bring you back into this game. But it starts with the kills as the trades seem enough for Optic Gaming for now. As Dashy shuts down Journey, though, a big pressure on Sucre to deflect some pressure from Optic Gaming, but Dashy's up top. He's making it rain from above. Optic Gaming walk into the hill, and the break is as easy as that.
I mean, it's always a difficult situation. This hill, it seems like both teams just kind of breaking back and forth, and It's just another thing. It helps Optic out just a little bit. So you got to imagine the special is going to come into play. If not on this hill, then certainly the next one. Metals has the grab. He's thinking about it now, and Method Sake has the flames for new. Of course, Scump has already earned his second TAC 5 of the game, and Dashy's got a Tempest, so a lot of toys coming out to play. But Heretics, they have to make the bigger plays.
It's almost an identical situation to what we saw in the rotation after the first hills. You're probably going to see exactly the same happen. Metals with the grab slam. Is he going to be able to put it to some good use? There's a Purifier at play, and the TAC 5 boost now invested by Scump. The lead still 70 points for Optic Gaming, but a big chance for Heretics to try and reduce it as Metals went for the grab slam. Crim shuts him down, 5 dead. Optic Gaming with another damn near flawless break of P1.
And they did it against the grab, they did it against the Flames, Heretics. Any breath of life they might have had, Optic just snuffs it out. Now, of course, Heretics, they're going for the pinch over towards you, but it's already bad enough, and they shut down Streaks, which is nice. They shut down Karma, which is nicer. But look at the rotation to new. Granted, 30 seconds left, but Heretics, let's say they get all the time, they're still going to have to break that next hill.
When was the last hard point you saw? 4 grab slams and 0 kills.
2018?
Been a while. That's for sure. And the grab slam definitely not been too effective this map. But Heretics again keep the deficit relatively close, about 70 points as we rotate. More importantly though, they've controlled the spawns for new, but you need to lock this hill down, and more importantly, you're gonna need to get streaks. Not sure from who, but someone's gonna need them.
Well, of course, those back spawns, maybe Scump is trying to hold him down, at least blocking them from the side of Heretics, and actually he's get his teammates up with him. And keep in mind, Dashy sitting on the Tempest. On this hill, you can make the big play. Scump eventually gets his kill. Dashy does it with the Maddox. Optic get the break on second. And honestly, you're hoping Metals can get a kill and get the grab slam inside. If not, Optic is gonna run away with it. 20 seconds, the game is theirs.
Dashy pulls out the Tempest. Is this essentially a bit of a victory lap? Not going to be the case. Grab slam has been earned by Metals, has to use it, finds at least one. Traded out instantly, but Optic Gaming just need 11 seconds. They can still win it here. Heretics have to contest. Crim finds himself a double. And as Heretics try and push through the front door, it is all essentially for nothing. Optic Gaming take match 1.
And a very solid map 1 win, and that, again, the entire game outside of one hill was just the way of Optic. They just beat him out, maybe barely by an extra 10 seconds on every hill, but it adds up so quickly, and that's just a solid game across the board. With the guns, not so much with the specialists, but if you're Optic, you will absolutely take it.
Well, Optic Gaming with the advantage in the series. I'm curious to see what our analysts think. Katie, over to you.
Thank you, Ben and Chance. Again, there you have it, Optic taking map number 1 over Heretics. And Heretics has been doing all right so far, but again, it seems like when people come up, guys, against these teams like the EU's 100 Thieves, the Optic Gaming study, they just can't really make much of a dent. And are you surprised by that or not?
No. Last time they played, it was a 3-0, but all the maps were pretty close. There was superstars on the side of Heretics who were really performing. This series right here, at least on that first map, Journey and Lucky, they need to be playing a lot better, especially going up against these top-tier teams that we were just talking about. You know, especially, well, just in general, they need to play better.
Yeah, Metals had a pretty decent map. Yeah. It was just the rest of the team. Like, they need to step up. And Karma right there, he went off as well, so it's pretty tough for Karma to start.
They're just going up against a juggernaut. That's just what happens. And I think later on in this tournament, it's shaping up to be exciting because the top teams have come with the same form. So when it gets down to that later in the bracket, we're going to see some crazy matches. Because right now, I couldn't tell you which one of those teams looks better than the other ones.
Yeah,
they all look amazing.
All doing exactly what we expected.
Exactly.
This is one of the most predictable tournaments thus far, and that's a testament to these guys and how good they actually were in league, and it's translating here to the actual event.
Speaking of one of those top teams, we're going to do a quick little replay of that first map of United versus UYU on Bravo Street.
See, I literally saw it right there before the X came up, before Royalty died. He needs to be your all-star player, especially going up against one of the powerhouse teams, 10-21. We feel like, we always say it at Pro League, Royalty needs to be that superstar. He needs to be putting on that performance, and obviously it's not showing here.
Yeah, they also have him on a map that's hard for Sogs to really go off. You don't see that many Sog players go off on this map. It's just a lot of long sight lines. That's why you see 100 Thieves and those guys, they're just dominant on this map because they have 2 main AR players that go crazy. It's just Sog players just need a lot of assistance on this map.
Yeah, United's a really refined team as well. I don't expect them to struggle much against a team like UIU, who's struggled in every game mode, realistically.
Yeah.
The only game mode that they were solid at one point was Control, and that was just when Methods and Mayhem were dominating, which is obviously not going to last. So I don't expect United to struggle that much during this match. Maybe even like test out the map for a little bit.
But it seems like UIU, or EU rather, is a team against someone like UIU that's going to capitalize on every single small mistake that they make.
Yeah, United's going to capitalize on every mistake that they make. UIU's not going to capitalize on anything and on the mistakes that United make, because United can shoot their way out of those mistakes against a team like UIU. They have such talented players. Anytime push comes to shove, they have a player who can bail them out with a two-piece.
Okay, we're ready to get back into things. Map number 2 on Alpha, so we're going to send it back over to our casters, Ben and Chance.
Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you to the guys on the desk as well to get an update of what's going on elsewhere here in Anaheim. Of course, so much action, and you can catch it all on twitch.tv. Of course, we've got streams for all of our pools as the games go on. And as the night goes on, the games get even more interesting. Of course, the current game on main stage, Optic Gaming, Heretics, this a fight for the #1 seed from their pool, and Optic Gaming with a 1-0 advantage. And just to kind of talk some numbers, Chance, for Optic Gaming across the board in terms of their kind of game modes, how'd they look since London?
I mean, their Search and Destroy has actually been the standout, right? Like, the expectation is for them to be a dominant respawn team, and you're hoping for the best in S&D. Not so much as of late. 14-3 in Search. And of course, now that they've already gotten that first hard point out of the way in a fairly controlled fashion, it is going to be a very difficult road ahead for the Spanish team.
Of course, the last time they played, that 3-0 to Optic Gaming, it did go to a round 11. But just to talk about Heretics in terms of their game modes across the board, we've mentioned that they're kind of that middle-of-the-road kind of team. Well, here's some stats just to kind of emphasize that. Hardpoint through the entire year, 35-35. Search and Destroy, 31-25. Control, 21-21. Interesting.
Thanos would approve. It is almost perfectly balanced. And granted, the PLQ is thrown in the mix, so there is maybe slightly lower competition for a handful of series. But Heretics, even if different game modes have kind of taken their turns of when one gets good, when one falls off a little bit, on the year, very consistent. They are going to be strong at everything, but their best has been that Surge game mode, which of course, they need to get the bounce back. Because I'll tell you, Optic doesn't get reverse sweep very often. So you go down 2-0, it is going to be incredibly difficult to bounce back.
Oh, it's imperative now if you're Heretics that you win this game too, because then you're looking at, all right, well, can we just try and steal the control, maybe even a hard point? As we mentioned, their stats have been almost incredibly balanced. The only one that's positive is their Search and Destroy, which is why, between these two teams, the Search should be really high quality.
And then Hacienda is a map that Heretics are going to be very happy to get through. I would have to imagine it's going to be their pick versus the frequency. I would be willing to bet any amount of money that Heretics ban payload against Optic Gaming. So Optic is probably incredibly aware going into this tournament that payload is going to get banned against them very often.
Or it should.
It should. And you have to imagine they have other maps that they've been working on. So frequency, again, that game number 5, should it get there, is more than likely Optic's pick. That means we'll see, 1, if Heretics can win their preferred map, and 2, if Optic has anything cooked up for them.
And again, just to reiterate the importance of this game, it's for #1 seed, but for those of you that aren't bracketologists at home, and you're curious, well, what does that actually even mean? Well, it's the difference between playing FaZe and E6. Both of those find themselves 2-0 in their pool. They will play probably in around about 10-15 minutes. That game will get underway on the Charlie stream, and then the winner of this essentially plays the loser of that, and vice versa.
So the Optic FaZe, that round one matchup, obviously going to be a possibility.
It's a possibility,
for the moment, that's going to be, it's very difficult to predict. We have no idea what's going on Charlie, so.
On round #1, underway. Better to watch than the man who can be so electric with the sniper rifle. It's Dashy. Trying to defend over the A site. You just love to see it, really. It's incredible because there's shots like that which just people don't hit, but Dashy does.
I mean, those are shots like that where I can barely see the man on Codcaster. And so Dashy just next level reaction time, and you got that instant 1v4 for Sukri, who does not last very long. You want a good round on Hacienda. Optic provides about as good as you could possibly want. Dashy with the pick, the swarm from the remaining players on the site, and for Heretics, honestly, what can you even do?
That's a good read from Krim. Shuts down the player on the bump, instantly looks over towards Connector, finds the second teammate, takes care of the third. Nice opening round for Optic Gaming. See how Heretics want to respond. Of course, Optic's going to be on the attack, so they're the ones that can set the tempo here in round 2.
Of course, Lucky trying to have an edge on the sniper battle. I will say from the start of the year, he was one of the best on the map, and he continues here. He wins it against Dashy. The nice shots coming in. And that is a 5v3 from Heretics. Lucky provides.
That's a sensational read as well. become a more common spot, that's for sure, but you still have to hit the shot as Sukri shuts down TJ. 5v2. Hammer at least manages to find one, but now it's Crim's turn for the 1 versus 4. Currently sits at 2-0. Maybe if he finds a couple more kills, streaks might be in the back of his mind, but with just 50 seconds on the clock, maybe just try and catch out one player.
Just try to see if you get any sort of opening. Obviously, we've seen 1v4 today. Ben Zed was able to pull one off, but Crim, I have to imagine, might just take the Italian Mafia way out, swim with the fishes. It looks like he's going to be doing just that, but either way.
I don't know if he's going to
go
concede this, yeah. He's the type of guy who, you give him a challenge, he's at least going to give it a good try. Finds one, makes it a 1v3, but in that situation, he should never really have a chance.
Well, if we've learned anything, whoever gets the first blood with a sniper wins the round, and you can see exactly how it happens. Lucky, he knows exactly what he wanted, and he gets it. And I tell you, if his reaction time is any slower, Dashy gets the kill instead.
Yes, absolutely right, and that's what makes this kind of sniper fight very, very interesting indeed. Now it's Dashy's turn. You try and counter snipe. Well, I don't think there's going to be anyone there just yet. Not even going to look for it. Instead, though, it's Heretics back on the attack. And they look for an opening anywhere here on the map would be good enough. Would preferably like to avoid dashing the sniper rifle, and well, maybe pushing through A might be the play here.
Just splitting the uprights on those two Heretics players, but they get the bomb down, they get out with their lives. TJ on the flank, he's going to be dealing with Lucky. Lucky obviously gets tagged up a little bit. TJ's going hunt. The man's behind the trees, but Lucky has help. And TJ gets forced to back down. Now TJ's working with Scump on the flip side. He got Optic pouring the pressure on for the pinch. Lucky though gets that first pick, alleviating the pressure, and Heretics, that kill feed just spirals out of control. Scump though, there is life.
Round's not over. Admittedly, Dashy not in the best spot, so now Scump in the 1 versus 3. And the big opening there was really when Heretics realized there was 2 players from Optic Gaming on the flank. They actually pulled extra resources back towards Well just to deal with it. And it's one of those where if everyone on the other side for Optic Gaming wins the fights over towards Bomb, you can be left in a horrible position to try and retake the site that you've just planted at. But that's not the case. Gunfights won by Heretics, and they're out. One as well.
And it's a nice job as well for Heretics not to hit the panic button. When TJ's on the flank, they send 1 man back there to help him out, and it's a nice job by Lucky just to stay alive. And then it helps out that Scump's actually with TJ. Granted, they're working together, but now you don't have a 4v3 on the other side, so Heretics with the calculated response. A nice next round in a row for the Spanish. But of course, now Optic forcing the action on offense. That bomb is leaning over towards B. Lucky might be looking for it, and he did not find it.
That's millimeters away, though, and he would have had all the information he needs. And Scump that's flying forward, he will fall. 4v4. Crim also falls, so 1-man advantage to Heretics. With bomb dropped, and not a great spot. This is going to be tough for Optic Gaming to retake. TJ is in a position where maybe he can be a playmaker for Optic Gaming. There's 1, couldn't find the second. Method6 made sure of that. 3 versus 2.
And now Karma's, of course, trying to hunt Method6 down. The Metals, he spots out the information. They got the help just to deal with Dashing. Keep in mind, that bomb down, not in a favorable spot. Karma eventually gets caught out by Method6, and now make it a 3v none. Dash is going to bite the silver bullet as well. 3 rounds in a row for the Spanish. And again, this is a map they are very comfortable on. They have dealt with a kind of weird strat from Optic, who sent players kind of spread out all across the map. But things pan out for Heretics.
Good rounds as well from the Spanish. Obviously, we mentioned just how important this is going to be for them. We want to see them take map number 2 to really give some life to the series and maybe cause an upset here in Pool A. Wait and see. This for the number 1 seed of the pool. Both teams will be in the winner's bracket. They've done the hard work already. It's Method6 leading the charge here for Heretics at the 4-1 start. And while Sukri looking top corridor, he's not going to get any information just yet. B-side wide open, and well, bomb already going down.
It might not be for free. That player looks like he has equipment. Yeah, Dashy was trying to use the nade. He doesn't connect, so the bomb effectively down for 3. So Optic trusting the retake, and keep in mind, Method6, 200 off streaks. They got to find that kill.
Oh, and Sukri's so big top corridor, at least found the first, and well, Method6 may have just over-challenged and over-committed a little bit. He does. No streaks for him. Metals left now at top rock with so much work to do. Not able to do it. It's a 1v3 with 25 seconds left. Lucky, good luck. have fun. You are being hunted down. He has been found. He has been killed. Optic Gaming 3-2, and for me, that's a situation where you don't need to slide that far across. You're so close to streaks, you have a teammate right behind you. Yes, he's watching top corridor, but let him bait for you.
I have to imagine they were just going for timing. I think they were expecting the pressure to fly in on bomb, and maybe if you waited an extra second, Optic would be getting towards the bomb as he slid out. But the timing wasn't there, so you're exactly right. He kind of slides out, throws away his life. No streaks, man disadvantage, and Optic, the retake was there.
Even if you're playing for timing like that, though, you need your teammate who's behind you to come with you. You can't just solo slide out and just try and play for a pick in that situation when you're 200 points away from streaks. When streaks on Hacienda as well, both bomb sites are outside. They can be pretty useful.
I mean, at the same time, though, you play for the round, not the streaks, because then if you're up 4-1, you're in a fantastic spot. But
that's fair.
Just something to keep in the back of your mind as this game continues. Maybe a missed opportunity for Heretics. Now, of course, in Sucre, he's just going to get tagged up through the wall, forced to back down. So Optic be thinking about getting this bomb down, and Scump's going to be able to get that plant off.
How good is your retake, Heretics? Well, let's find out. Swing and a miss, and Crim, after that miss, actually does find first blood, so that could have been a very important kill, but TJ's watching Connector, and everyone from Heretics falling like dominoes. It's a 5 versus 2, and look, he may have hit a nice shot earlier on, but he's not hit anything at all this round, and he himself has been hunted down. Optic Gaming tied up, 3-3.
Ferocious round. That's 2 back-to-back where the defensive team is saying, hey, we trust our ability to retake the bomb site. And, well, Optic was right, Heretics was wrong. Nice little bounce back from OG, and there's not really much to say. It's lucky that it tries to hit a couple nice snipes, doesn't connect on any of them, and you don't find those picks. It makes it tougher to get those kills with the guns, and Optic, the perfect round.
Absolutely right. Very, very close. We expected it to be after, obviously mentioning the last time they played it, went the distance, went to around 11. And let me more of the same, and now it's actually Scump's turn to be close to some streaks. 175, he really, the key man here. He's gonna stun out towards the A site, doesn't hit anything. Now, what can you use in terms of information? Well, there's a first blood, Dashy drops, Lucky connects. And again, keep your eye on number 6 on the minimap. That's Scump, so close to those streaks.
And this might be a round where he needs to get him. Granted, TJ's able to find a pick, but that bomb is down, and you don't have any hallway control for Optic. Looks like they're gonna be swarming for it. They actually do come up top, but the first man to fall is Scump. No streaks for him, but Crim might be able to get him. Find this last man, get Crim to defuse, and all of a sudden you are in a phenomenal spot. They know exactly where he is, and Crim's playing for it. Get Karma off the bomb, give it to Crim. And Sucre, what can you do? Nothing. He falls. It's not Scump, it's Crim that gets him.
And that's twice. Heretics has planted over towards the B site and been broken instantly and been left in a 1v3 with Sucre back Lambo, where essentially in that situation, what is he supposed to do? There's too many places he could be peeked from. There's really nothing left. There's no play he can make to win that round. Far too easy for Optic Gaming retaking.
And again, Optic Gaming 14-3 since London. Granted, not counting today. I have no idea what their first 2 matches resulted in terms of maps, wins, and losses.
They lost 1 search and destroy and a hard point to denial.
14-4 or 15, because I guess they get that game 5 win. But either way, it has been heftily in the positive category. And in my mind, honestly, Scump is one of the guys. Granted, only 5-4 here, but nearly good streaks. And Crim's having himself a very nice game. But Scump, at least towards the tail end of the Pro League, his S&D was much better than at the start of the year. Not that it was bad to begin with, but man has picked it up, and Optic a bunch of rounds in a row. A hellstorm now for Crim. Another kill for Karma. It has been a heat wave for Optic Gaming. Lighting the world up, and now another man trying to get some streaks.
4v2. Don't need to use them this round, but well, now you definitely don't. 4v1. Crim might just find the kill himself, has him one shot. Teammates looking to try and pinch, they collapse, and Scump finds the pig on a journey. Optic Gaming with the advantage here in Hacienda, 2-round cushion, 5-3.
And I think another post-London stat for Optic Gaming. They were 7-0 in the Pro League for the week that they had. Obviously, they've got 2 series wins today, so they're 9 for 9 in their past series. And if they go up 2-0 here, so they're only 1 round away, they're good for that double-digit win streak. Of course, we're not quite there yet, and Heretics want to get the bounce back, but you deal with the Lightning, you deal with the Hellstorm, and if Krim gets another kill or two, got to deal with the Ice Pick.
This is pretty much done and dusted. 2 streaks is more than enough to seal the deal. There's a first blood just to make sure. TJ shuts down Metals, now cripples Cole, and the Lightning Strike is going to funnel players inside. Scump's ready and waiting for the first. He connects, now looking for the second. Bringing around the Rosie bottom fireplace. The support comes through. Optic Gaming play it perfectly, but Sucree, that's a tough fight to win, but he does it anyway. So 1v2 with an ICR, and he managed to make the best of it, but despite the great play, it's still a 3v2 in favor of Optic Gaming. Krim is still alive with a Hellstorm.
And I was about to say, he's still playing in the back of the map. He expects number 5 Lucky to come hunt him down, which Lucky's waiting for the mistake to be made.
I think Lucky's waiting for him to actually call in the Hellstorm, then he's going to try and push. Now he's almost forced to. There's only 30 seconds left. He actually wins it 2v1. All comes down to Karma, and he falls. A scrappy round, but Heretics come out on top.
Okay, Heretics, they need 3 in a row. There's the first, and they get rid of the Lightning as well.
I mean, this was the play. This was the one that did it. Sucrete. There's the first. I thought he had a nice arm. The Maddox, in fact. Oh, no, it was the... Well, it was actually before that. So Sucrete actually with a pretty good round of Search and Destroy overall.
And the funny thing about that play, Scump played it perfectly. Didn't overtime for the gunfight, waited for his teammate, and everything was perfect except for the part where you kill the guy. So it was, they did the first 99% pretty well, but yeah, the most important part is that final 1%. So Super making big plays,
but again,
and they're going to have to make some more.
You don't have to hit the panic button just yet because you're up to gaming. You have a Lightning Strike for a post-plant setup. In fact, they're going to invest the Lightning first to clear out the site.
Yeah, they're going to do it.
Or Hellstorm, sorry.
Yeah, but they use it straight away. They're not going to get anything. Heretics make no movement. Now, granted, you get bodies over towards the point, but that's not a lot of control. You got Sukri that can maybe go for the wall bang spot on there, and you see he's already tagging up some players through the wall. So you burn the Hellstorm, you don't really get too much, so it comes down to that pure 5v5.
Trophy's down, so utility not all the best, but Scump springs into life at connector. There's 2 for him. Can Heretics try and respond? Well, up to gaming, they want to surge forward. Scump's found himself 3, the flank is in, and the round is over. Optic Gaming take the search and destroy. 2-0 up now in the series.
And I'm telling you, man, Scump has just been bumping it up a notch. I'm not saying he's the best on the team because there's some freaks on it for Search, but he is a huge part of the reason that they have just been meteorically improved in the Search and Destroy game mode. But 2-0 up, 9-0 in their last series, and they're looking for number 10.
Optic Gaming, comfortable. 1 map away from the number 1 seed in Pool A, and then of course it's just who will they play? FaZe or Enigma 6. Still potential chance for a reverse sweep. We'll see what Heretics have left in the tank. We'll be right back after this. Optic Gaming currently up 2-0 against Heretics. Can they close it out 3-0? That's the question. Now, we've mentioned the importance of the series so far, Chance, right? This for the #1 seed. This will decide who you play when it comes to the winners bracket. Both teams have already made it that far. Well, here's an update for you, right? The winner of this plays the loser of Enigma 6 versus FaZe Clan on Charlie right now. They're in game 1. E6 is winning 241 to 120. Now, I don't know whether you want to call it an upset or not. For me, E6 has improved a lot.
That is 100% an upset.
But I was going to say, I would call that upset. So there's a chance where if E6 win that, Optic Gaming FaZe, winners round 1.
That is a very real possibility, of course. More Call of Duty to play until we get there. And I will say, just from the side of E6, because what a story would that be? Kismet tweets out,
huge.
you're going to see us on Sunday playing, and everyone was like, this is a meme. I mean, it's a great start at the very least for them, so keep them in the back of your mind, but of course,
There's also another cool story, Chance.
A lot of cool stories.
A very cool story, because 100 Thieves actually went on one of the longest win streaks that we've seen all year. I think they were 9-0, right? That was their streak. They won 9 games in a row. But this one, Chance, this one is to beat it. If Optic Gaming win this, it'd be 10.
I mean, so the top 3 teams, everyone's saying Optic, 100 Thieves, and E United. 100 Thieves, their best spree was 9 from London to the Pro League, but they only got to 9, couldn't hit 10. Optic, if they win this map or win one of the next 3 maps, they get to 10, and then E United's on an 8 streak right now for series.
Okay.
Maybe they can get to 9, maybe they can get to 10 as the day goes on, but it would be cool. It would be cool if, you know, just a nice little tidbit thrown out. Who knows?
Race is on for who can get the biggest streak. Well, it's going to have to end for one team, that's for sure. But here in round #1, 23-23, Optic Gaming. They already secure A. 2 minutes 18 to try and capture B. And just to confirm, E6 did win map #1.
Well, you got one win for one team, Optic hunting for their next. The A point has been capped, but Heretics, well, they're working on the setup. You got a player mid-map. You got Sukri, who's going for the effective trap, not quite the spawn trap, but he is finding a couple kills, and, well, Heretics is going to need a couple more. They're down by 1. Optic trying to pour the pressure on the flank. Dasher with the ICR gets cut down, and just the difference a bullet makes. Journey able to come out on top. Now Karma surging forward. They're trying to push towards the flank, and they are having no success.
Yeah, look how far pushed Sukri is into the Optic Gaming spawn. He was ready and waiting for anyone to push through over towards B Street, but no one from Optic did. They all pushed through tree. Finally, 2 players off spawn. It's going to be Krim and Karma deciding that maybe they should try and retake ground control. And Krim does find Lucky, so he drops. Now a potential chance here for Optic Gaming to collapse in from both sides. But you got to be quick.
Got to be very quick, and of course, getting past Lucky and Metals is not going to be easy on the flank where Optic has been stuffed so far. It looks like they get stuffed once again, so Dash is going to back up. Meanwhile, Metals just hyper-aggressive in the base. Scump thinks about chasing, but he's got Karma for the cleanup crew. Sukri, by the way, 1-0. Hot start, playing for streaks. Got plenty of clips to make it happen.
Here's spawn blocking, essentially. Walking traps. Now all of a sudden, big opening for Optic. That's 3 players that go down. Scump just flanks in towards Sushi. They never saw it coming. Now full control. They can get 18 control as well. Optic should close out this round. It's 10-4. Optic will close out this round. There's no way Heretics are going to be able to break through. 10 versus 2. Optic, 2 more rounds and you complete the 3-0.
Blink and you miss it. A round that was toe-to-toe for a very long time. Optic repeatedly trying to force that flank in. Eventually they give up. Dashy rat backs. They send a bunch of players through the front. And honestly, the key was killing Sukri. He died 1 time.
Yeah.
Round ends.
Good point. Good point. TJ is controlling post and a good position from him and some good kills as well. Optic comfortable. They capped A with plenty of time, and well, now as I said before, just 2 more rounds needed. Heretics, they go on to the attack. What have they got to show? Will we maybe see a bit of a trick beat push, or is it going to be traditional over towards A? Well, looks like they're going to keep it traditional.
A little traditional, but the bad news for them is, well, TJ is one of the guys coming to this site. Karma falls, but TJ now 12-2, 13-2 on a 7 spree. You have to shut him down. You have to hunt him down, and honestly, I would triple challenge out to shut down these streaks. Granted, they just want the point. They're going for the objective, but now TJ's got reinforcements. Crim6 has got the cuts on one side, and TJ, well, he's got the war machine, and he's out with his life.
Oh, he's going to call it in as well because he wants to try and get the streaks. Is there a flag jacket? There is, but he still finds one. Lightning has been earned, and here's the thing about Optic Gaming on Gridlock Control. They will fight tooth and nail for A, where many teams will just concede it. They will just hang around and put some pressure on. If TJ isn't so close to streaks there, I guarantee you they flood that hill, they try and make it chaos.
And well, they've actually managed to get 2 ticks over towards B, so you talk about Optic fighting tooth and nail. Now TJ has returned to the other side of the map on a 9 spree, make it 10, finding kills that are insane to see, and even gets an EKIA for the next one. He's on a 10 spree, no one on Heretics has 10 kills. No one else in the lobby has 10 kills.
Impressive stuff from Teach. Of course, he's already used his War Machine. He's a quarter of the way through to another one. And he still has himself a Hellstorm to show for his efforts. It looked for a minute as if maybe Heretics were going to sneak cap B until TJ popped up and put a stop to any of that nonsense. But still Heretics with a minute 46. Bear in mind, that's a lot of time. Only need one more tick over towards B. They're down 3 lives though, which could be problematic. We'll wait and see if Heretics can claw their way back into this one.
I mean, they got to kill TJ. He has been a one-man wrecking crew. They find him, he's down, he's dead. Now Scump, the last man standing near B. He wins the foot race to the point, but he doesn't have the reinforcements yet, so Heretics pour the pressure on. He takes one with them, is alive for a moment, and his team is at least here. TJ, maybe he wants to burn the Hellstorm, but he's just going to do it with the gun.
So
the nade forces him out. He gets the kill. Karma on the flank. Optic with the wipe.
That was wonderful play from TJ. He threw in the nade, knowing that there was already a couple players in there that were going to be weak. He went for the wallbang as well. There truly was no escape. And as soon as the nade bumped, he went for the challenge, and that is how you get yourself a couple of free kills, ladies and gentlemen. Scump mid-map. We're going to try and put an end to this round as quickly as possible, but again, still 60 seconds, and we know this. We know this from this year. It only takes 1 5 dead. That's it, and you will cap that final tick. Now, if you're Heretics, you only got 1 chance left, and it's a 4 versus 14.
I mean, there's just no way. There's too much map coverage right now for Optic. If you die, you don't respawn. You got players over by a house. Granted, Scump's going to fall, but he'll be able to respawn, and the player in post is just on an island by himself, so you can just surround him. TJ's going to fall, so the house is actually open, but it's so difficult, but Sukri gets the next kill. Heretics, they're giving it the old college try.
They're inside. Method 6 drop at 3 versus 11. Again, more kills coming, but you can't afford to trade at this point. You have to be picking up multi-kills left and right. TJ flanks, and TJ... of course it's going to be TJ to put an end to that round. 22-4. An incredible performance from him.
He used to be the baby-faced assassin, but now he's growing a little bit of facial hair, and he is taking over. I mean, his spree that he went on was more than anyone else in the lobby had total. And he is at least at 20 kills, if not more. He has been as perfect as you could ask him to be. TJ, man's growing up.
There he has. What a player. Still a Hellstorm to use.
22-4, Ben.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very good, in fact. And he's 450 away from more streaks. As it stands, Optic Gaming with a massive, massive lead. The hill currently going to be contested. Scump's looking to push through, but already so much pressure up towards B. And chance, if they cap this, you're thinking you call him the Hellstorm, and this one is as good as over.
They can't kill TJ. He's on a 6 spree. He's working on more streaks. What do you want him to do? He can't possibly do any more. The Hellstorm takes down a teammate. Who cares? The only time he dies is when he's busy calling in streaks. But now he's coming off spawn again. Can he go on another streak? I have no idea, but either way, Optic, I mean, they got a tick on B, which is fine. It's all well and dandy, but I mean, frankly, at this point, I'm just expecting them to just have the hot hand. I don't know what Heretics can do, Ben. I don't know.
I mean, they can dial over and over and over and over again. That's been pretty much the story of this one. Is finally Optic Gaming rotate over towards A. They're going to get the first tick. The second is coming through as well. This to put an extra minute on the clock. There's 1 tick into B. Now TJ did invest the Hellstorm, but he's about to get another War Machine. That's his second, and we're in round 3. Tells you the pace he's playing at. Crim's found himself a double. Now Optic Gaming looking to storm straight through the back. The stun will connect for Method 6. How many can he find? There's just the 1. Karma able to trade, and TJ still up, and you can tell the confidence he's playing. He grappled straight at Metals. No right to even take the gunfight, but he wanted it anyway.
I mean, the good news for Heretics, they did kill TJ, which means Optic's push is definitely going to be slowed down a little bit. But of course, he is going to be returning with the War Machine, Dashy obviously with the Tempest. frankly, at this rate, I don't even think they need it. I mean, on the flip side, specialists aren't even nearby.
You're going to use it, though, right? If you're Optic Gaming, you put everything to use here, and you close it out. Because worst case, you might earn it again by round number 5. Looks like it's going to be straight through the front for Optic Gaming. Now, what is going to be popped first? Anything. War Machine out for TJ. You better pray that there's some flak jacket on, because Hammer was lunging forward. He found one. War Machine rattles out. A couple of players in Sushi. And, well, 2 players go down. TJ walks on in. Thank you very much. 28-7. Still some shots left. Now the Tempest is out as well. Optic Gaming secure the second to get to B. Heretics are flying in. Have they got enough? The second from TJ. He hasn't slowed down since the beginning of the game. Finally, he drops, but it doesn't even matter. Optic Gaming, the swiftest of 3-0s.
Ben, one of the best individual performances we've had at this event so far from TJ. Lights out in the control in one of the best series we've had so far from a team. Optic Gaming in control from the very first hill of the hard point. And they just had themselves one hell of a series, a 10-series win streak for Optic. Perfect thus far in the tournament. You could not ask for anything more.
Now the only question remains, who will they play when it comes to winners bracket time? Put your attention on the Charlie stream if you're a fan of any of the 4 teams involved in this kind of algorithm. E6 FaZe clan, E6 currently 1-0 up, with FaZe up in the search and destroy. That's everything from myself and Chance. We'll send it over to Katie and the boys at the desk.
TJ versus the world, and the world lost. Just going off. I mean, unreal, that entire series for Optic.
From the top ropes. Choke slam.
Beat the hell out of them.
Wow.
TJ just destroyed them. They had no answer.
What did he end up? Plus 20?
Oh, he's the.
I mean, how do you
the
answer
Heretics
someone like that
boogeyman.
when they're playing that well?
You don't. You just lose. You can't.
Here,
what happened.
TJ's on a whole new level.
Yeah, what happened?
It's got to be the beard.
He just aged like 6 years with the beard.
Right?
Mixtape.
No, and again, Optic, of course, closing out their day. Perfect, getting those 3 wins. And again, we're still watching to see if E United can do it, if 100 Thieves can do it. And on that note, we're going to swing over to